Nagaraj Anaya.
I definitely recommend Nagaraj to any home buyers.
Nagaraj Annaya, the one-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call him today for free consultation at 408-805-4653 or visit nagarajhomes.com. You're listening to Real Estate Roundup. Real Estate Roundup with Realtor Nagaraj Annaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Overpriced, overwhelmed, over it. Are you feeling some of the frustrations and desperation as a home buyer, seller, or investor? Well, we love to hear from you and guide you on this journey. Good afternoon, listeners. Welcome to 92.3 FM. This is Pooja welcoming you on Real Estate Roundup with Nagaraj Anaya, brought to you by the owner of nagarajhomes.com, your one-stop shop for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, refinancing, investing in real estate. Each week, we come here and shine the light on what's going on in Bay Area's crazy real estate market. And Nagaraj is your trusted Bay Area tech realtor who brings his insight and advice to bear. If you have any questions or concerns on how to find your way, then you can call us. In the studio, the number is 408 912 5038. Once again, our number in the studio is 408 912 5038. And if you want to call Nagaraj after the show, his number is 408 805 4653. Once again, if you want to call Nagaraj after the show, you can call him at 408 805 4653. With that, I want to welcome Nagaraj Anaya. Hello, Nagaraj. How are you this afternoon?
Hello, Pooja ji, and hello, Bay Area. Happy Sunday. Hope you
Happy
guys are
Sunday,
having
yes.
a great Sunday out there. It's a great day out. I can see the sun is out better a little bit, but I think Bay Area is always a mixed weather. I can tell you. It's
Yeah.
out when you go outside. I think without jacket, you can't go even in the summertime sometimes. That's a windy always out there.
That's our Bay Area.
That's a Bay Area. Guys, hope you're having a great day out there. We are live on Bolly 92.3. Good news for you all the listeners out there. We are giving out a free tickets to Bay Area Real Estate Connect 2023. If you any questions, right? Like if you have any questions on the real estate, do give us a call. We give out free tickets to Bay Area Real Estate Connect 2023 happening on November 19th in Sunnyvale at Shubham Banquet Hall, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a great event, I can tell you, Pooja ji. See, there are various discussions happening on that day. Okay, it's like basically starting from an ADU. Let me call out the agenda. Like, what is the agenda on that day, right? Like,
Yeah.
starting with is like explore the world of ADUs and the latest trends. What's happening from the ADUs perspective, right? Like Acton ADU is a company who's participating on they basically give you out what does it take to add an ADUs in your backyard. How does it what does it take you to convert your garage to ADUs, right? Recently there was one news about the ADUs can be even sellable also. Just recently newsman passed out a law like where you can sell your backyard ADUs. Okay, need to figure out who will be interested to buy the ADUs, right? So but
Wow.
if you are in a mind like where you want to add an extra square footage in your current home, right, ADUs are the best part to do it. Or like maybe you can generate a rental income for yourself, right? As we're getting older, we need to get some rental income so that it is like basically helps us out in our old age, right? So ADUs are the great things. Or like if you want an extra square footage, so actually ADU will be participating on that. And there will be like loan lock will be participating, and like basically they're talking about the discover first time home buyer mortgage options. What are the first time home buyer mortgage options, right? Like we need to understand. So the loan lock will be participating, and 1031 exchange is very very important. You need to understand, for example, you have an investment property, right? You're planning to sell, right? how do you use 1031 exchange? So it is need to understand if you have already having a rental property, correct? Because without knowing a 1031 exchange, how does it work? Because in 1031 exchange, if you sell for a 1.2, 1.3 million, it is not necessary to buy the one property itself. You can buy two properties also, more than a 1.3 whatever you sold. So that is why, how does the 1031 exchange? It's just basically you pay 1200 for the 1031 exchange, but it's a great tax saving benefit for the properties, when investment properties, when you're doing it. You need to understand on that part, right? And there is a like gain a valuable insights for remodeling, and how does it work. NTB area would be participating and giving in discussions. How do you remodel your current house? What are the steps? How does it go in for it? Hello listeners, we are live in. If you have any questions, do give us a call. Pooja ji, you can give the number.
Yes. I just like get lost on all your information that you are giving.
Is I'm fast, I can go slow.
No. I just get so into it that what information are you giving? I just like want to remember everything.
Okay.
So, listeners, we are live on 92.3 FM. If you have any questions regarding real estate, are you thinking of buying or selling or refinancing or even looking to buy an investment property, you can give us a call. You can also give us a call and let us know how your experience went by buying a real estate property. If you are happy, if you have any like hurdles that you had to cross, your experiences are always welcome here. So to do that, you can give us a call. Our studio number is 408-912-5038. Once again, the number is 408-912-5038. And Nagaraj is giving an offer that if
giving
you...
out a free ticket for, because
Yes.
I want to give the people who are interested. It's beneficial, right?
Mhm.
It's a real estate, as I keep telling you, it's in a long-term dream, right? I think we should give all the appreciation or the hats off for the people who bought a houses here, right? It is not so easy to buy a house, but there are some people who are still like from last 10 years, 15 years, they're struggling. They can't make a decision, because I've seen some buyers there, they're staying from 15, 17 years, or even a 10 to 15 years, right? But they can't make a decision to buy a house. They're thinking like, houses, it's very tough world out there. You
Mhm.
open any YouTube, they keep saying housing market is falling, housing market is falling, it's falling next month, next year market is going to slow down. Wait, it's already 15 years.
Yeah.
Dude, it's already 15 years, and the prices are not the same in from the last 15 years. Don't expect the market falls if you go to the last 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And people are there who is waiting for, I need a bungalow in a Bay Area for a 2 million. I tell you, it's tough, right? It's like house buying isn't a compromise. It's a compromise. You learn that, right? I'm not telling you get come pay 1.5, you get a great, good looking houses in the Bay Area, right? You need to make house what you get the great house.
Yeah.
How do you make it? What are the, for example, you are qualifying for a 1.2, 1.3 million. What are my types of houses you get, right?
Yep.
You need to understand within our budget what can we get in, right?
Mhm.
You can't keep waiting. I need to buy a 4 bedroom 2500 square footage, everything tick. No, you keep waiting from last 15 years. The
Yeah.
real estate show, why I do is like, basically I want to help out the listeners who's like really want, right? And they can't decide out there,
Mhm.
right? It's for them this show is all about. And the Bay Area Real Estate Connect 2023 is for all, for the dreams, like basically who's basically thinking about to buy a house and they can't make a decision. If they want to, they're stuck somewhere to sell a house, right? Even for the investors also out there, like they basically they have a 2 houses or 3 houses out there, but they want to do jump into a flip market right now. This event is for them,
Ah.
right? And even for example, you are stuck on H1B. What are the alternatives of the H1? Like you got into EB2 train, but what are the alternatives of a EB5 investor visa and EB1A visa? I'm
Yeah.
not the expert who will be talking about. There are other experts coming out there. Don't think I'll be talking from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is like there are different experts will be there
Mhm.
on each categories. They talk about this, right? And you can basically talk to them, network with them, understand what are the alternatives for yourself. Okay,
Mhm.
let me complete the agendas which I was going
Yeah.
through. And the next one is the understand the tax implications of a real estate transactions. Sanjeev Gupta, CPA, would be there. He'll be talking about the tax implications. It's a great thing basically you need to understand the tax implications, right? When you're selling in a house, right? And you are doing an investment property. Sanjeev Gupta would be there, and he'll be talking about all this. And even the small business administration, SBA loans, right? For example, you are in a dentist, or you are in a like you want to buy a house for yourself, not an house, like basically you want to buy in a business space, right? Or are you into a restaurant, right? And you want to buy in a restaurant space for yourself. What are my SBA loan options for myself?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you need to understand that, because the SBA loans are very, very great assets for the small businesses they want to buy out, right? Like, for example, they want to buy in a restaurant place, already existing restaurant, right?
Mhm.
What are my loan options? Correct. Instead, how long you, as a small business, how long you keep renting for yourself, right? Like you're paying a 15,000, 20,000 rents for restaurants, and even for the lot of dentists, like even the, I met one of the veterinary, right? So he also wants to buy a place for himself. Nagraj, how long I keep paying the rent for that, right? Like I need to buy a space for. Then you need to understand how does the SBA works out. What are the down payment options, right? Like for the small businesses. It's a great
Mhm.
thing. Then you can delve into the real estate planning strategies, like by Snehal Patil. Snehal Patil is a well-known expert who will come and present about the real estate planning strategies for a secure future. A lot of people ignore the real estate planning, but it's very, very important tool. A lot of people think, oh, when I become old itself I need. No, that's not the truth. When you start earning, you need to write what others gets in, right? That is why the real estate planning strategies is very, very important.
Mhm.
In
Yeah.
this, one of the important topic, or the most liked topic for me, is the explore EB1A option and the EB5 option. I got benefited from EB1 from last 6 years back. I know how it works. That is the reason I keep telling the people, EB1 is a great tool, but you need to find a right guy who can basically guide you, right guy, a great attorney who can guide you,
Mhm.
right? Because a lot of people get confused, like there are 10 options, how do I qualify, I need to make a 2 million a year. No, there is a option where you can talk to attorney, understand, discuss your, like what are the 3 points you can qualify for it, right? So
Mhm.
that day the Sweta Kandelwal will be there, and she'll be talking about the EB1 and the EB5 options, right? And Vastu is very, very important, right? Like we start looking for a north facing home, south facing home, T joints, right?
Yeah.
How does the Vastu plays in a very, very important role? Dr. KVN Prasad would be there, and he's talking about the Vastu principles and for harmonious living spaces, right?
Mhm. Lot
And
of people, lot of experts are coming.
lot of experts, they are the experts what they do in, right?
Mhm.
So that is where you gain the insights of that, right? And then we have a Subrata from a farmers insurance. Nowadays it's very, very tough to get in a house insurance, right? Like it's becoming very tough. The prices are so skyrocketing right now for the home
Mhm.
insurance. It is like almost like you're giving a $150, $200 every month,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that is why you need to understand what are the home insurance options for you, and why it is very, very important to buy a right insurance for yourself,
Mhm.
correct? And then a notary, lot of people ignore. Notary is a simple job when you're doing a buying and selling, but lot of land scams happens when you're not verifying your documents properly, correct? So that is why the notary plays very, very important role. From the Angelina will be there, and we'll be talking about the notary services for the real estate transactions, which is very need to know. And there's a lot of other lenders coming out for the investment options. They're going to talk about the home buying opportunities and other stuff. And there will be one more, like architect will be presenting there, like basically to understand. We have one caller, let's
Yeah,
take it.
one
Yeah.
caller. Yes. Welcome to Real Estate Roundup. Can I have your name, please?
Hi, this is Rukmani.
Hi, Rukmani. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah, so hey Nagraj, thanks for doing the show. Appreciate the insights that you've been sharing.
Hi Rukmini, hope you're having a great day.
Oh, hello. Um, I am looking to buy a property in the South Bay, and we have had a budget of around 1.25 million.
Mm-hmm.
we are seeing that the homes which are listed around that price are being sold for more than 1.5 million. So we are kind of trying to find a ground on how to go about getting a property around here. So what are your insights on what kind of properties or areas can be a star home for a small family?
Rukmini, it's a great question. I think that's what I'm seeing for my lot of my buyers too, right? Like, which area are you looking for, Rukmini, right now?
Anywhere in South Bay.
Okay, that's fine. So I think Blossom Hill, Almaden, these are the places you are like basically. I was also helping out my client. I'm keep helping my clients also around these areas. But what I'm noticing also, right, as you said, there is going for every house is going for a 200K, 150K more than the list price. Okay, recently one of my client bought in a Blossom Hill area, so house was listed for 1.4, but we went into a contract for a 1.6 million. Initially, when they started with the conversation with me, Nagaraj, let's go buy for 1.3. But at the end of the day, we bought it for a 1.6 million. Correct. So it is almost, and we paid almost 200K more than the list price. But very good news, right? Their appraisal came as a 1.6 million. We didn't overpay above the market, but only thing it is like this, we are saying it is we paid 200K more than the list price. That is very important to understand. Over and how much above the list appraisal, right? Like, sorry, offer price. So the strategies for that one, it is like these areas, you need to understand how did you come up with an 1.5 million. Is it because of the higher interest rate? Because sometimes you might be thinking you might be doing a qualifications based on a maybe 7%, 7.25%, but probably you might even get a 6.75%. If you're getting a 6.75% interest rate, right, then you can stretch for 50K more. Or the second option is like maybe try to see the number of days in the market. If the house is listed recently, when you put in an offer, you will be always putting it higher than the list price, right? Because you are not the only one buyer. Correct. There are multiple buyers. Sorry, you heard, Rukmini?
Yeah.
So that is the problem,
Yeah.
right? You always be thinking, hey, what that guy will be put in an offer. So what this guy will be, that is where you will be putting in a more. But more also you need to see how much prices are like what were sold in the recent in that neighborhood for what that square footage. Correct. Lower the list price doesn't mean it will sell for the list price. It will sell above because the recent comparables are there for them. They're listing it as sellers. It's their duty to help the seller agent to help the seller, right? That is why they try to list less so that they can get a more offers or a more crowd out there. Correct. The third thing
Yeah,
is
that
like,
makes sense.
yeah.
The price aside, but Blossom Hill and Almaden are the areas that you're talking about for 1.25 million. Is that single family homes, townhomes, or how are you
No,
thinking?
I think if it's a 1.5 million, what you're looking for, I think we should be able to get a single family home. But what you need to do is instead of going at 1800 square footage, you can go for a 1500 square footage, 1400 square footage, right? 1000 square
Yeah.
footage is too small. I think 1500 to a 1400 should be good. But when they and I think very good thing is like check for number of days in the market. Sometimes number of days in the market you get panic thinking there's some issue in the house, but when you look at the disclosures out there, correct, we need to verify how is the neighborhood and everything. After that, if the house is good, then maybe we can try that route also.
Okay.
Okay, just
That
listed,
makes sense. Thank you.
just listed. Always you need to be paying a little bit more because it depends on the number of buyers out there. But surely we can I can help you out, and if you have any more questions, do give me a call back later also. We can talk more on that, and do attend the Bay Area Real Estate Connect 2023 on November 19.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Do send me an email after this show to calrealg@gmail.com, calrealg@gmail.com to get your tickets for Bay Area Real Estate Connect.
Sure, I can do that. But we were looking at 1.25 million, 1.25 million, not a 1.5 million.
We should be able to, see, as I said, I think you were saying for 1.25 or a 1.5.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. I think we should be able to get a townhouse or some of the homes kind of which need some upgrades, right? I think that near to the border of the communication hill, like below the communication hill, that area also some of them which needs an upgrades. Maybe you can get it for 1.25 because I still see some of the homes are getting sold for 1.2 to 2.5.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that area
Yeah,
also
sure.
you can consider. That's a 95136 zip code. So that area also you can consider that.
Got it. Thank you for the insights. Nagaraj will reach out offline.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rukmini.
Yeah. To reach Nagraj, after the show, you can just note down his phone number. It's 408-805-4653. Once again, Nagraj's number that you can reach him after the show is 408-805-4653. And we have kind of like 10 minutes left, 7 minutes left.
7 minutes, but
Sure.
yeah, I have a lot to talk. Okay.
Yes.
Time passes, time goes so fast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, listeners, if you have any questions, do give us a call. We are live now, correct? And you can get free tickets for Bay Area Real Estate Connect 2023, right? It's like a lot to learn. I think I discussed so many options, so many things to learn on that day, right? Like the plan was to do is like to keep it a 4 hours or a 5 hours window, right? So that way you not learn too much and forget everything. Learn things which can be useful for you, right? Like so that way you can, because as Rukmini was saying, like I want to buy for a 1.25, right? And attending this event, right? For example, she can like, for example, like Rukmini or other people, folks out there, right? If they want to do a remodel, if she buys in a fixer upper home, right? Like if she needs to do some kind of a painting or like some kind of a countertop change, right? If she understand how much the price goes for it, right? Or how many days it takes to a fixer upper, right? It helps her to make a decisions better, right? And the second thing is like even the mortgage options for you, like a lot of first time buyers, they might have decided like a 1.4 or a 1.45 is my max limit, correct? But sometimes you can get a good home for another 50,000 more, correct? They can't make the decision because they're stuck to their monthly payments. I want to buy within this monthly payment limit because they're doing the calculations for the maybe a 7%, right? But you are getting the interest rates for only a 6.75 in the market conditions right now. Right now we are closing for this. I'm closing for a 6.75, 6.875, right? Which is what the other people are advertising is 8%. Dude, that 8% what they're advertising is for a 30-year fixed rate, but you can get an arm rates, right, which is a 5 years, a 7 years terms. So all this understanding it helps you to make your decisions better.
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense.
People who are stuck from last 12 years, say 15 years, right? The reason they are stuck because they think I can get a house for a 2 million, right? But I need everything to a tick. No, it's not possible. Okay, I met one of the client Nagaraj from last 15 years. I'm trying to buy a house. Right now I need to buy for a 2.5 million, and this is the I'm meeting your 31st or 35th agent from last 15 years, right? Can you help me out, right? My first question: are you ready to compromise on what you're buying in? 2.5 might be a great, but if you want in a good schools, a bigger house, high ceiling, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible. Everything finished. I need my bedrooms like this. I might need a facing like this.
Yeah.
Correct. It's impossible. I tell you, somewhere there should be a compromise. Correct. I need a 3,000 square footage. What is the good thing about the buying a house? I tell you, right? Understanding life is all about compromise, right? To get a tick, even for a 3 million, maybe you can buy a newer construction. Recently, one of my client bought it for a 3 million, right? 3 million in Campbell area. It's a new construction.
Yeah.
So then you need to increase your price, right? So are you going to keep on waiting? But the 3 million, if you want to buy in a Saratoga, no, no way. The minimum price for the Saratoga areas are 4 million right now.
Yeah.
So will you stop to collect 1 more million, will you keep waiting for another 5 years? Then the Saratoga might go up a little
Go
bit.
up. Yeah.
I just recently did one video I talked about in my YouTube channel, right? How are the influencers basically scaring the buyers, correct? So because especially you watch a lot of YouTube nowadays, right? They keep saying that market goes like this, right? The interest rates are this much, and they basically scaring you to make a decisions for yourself,
Mhm.
right? That is why you need to work with an expert who can guide you, who can help you to make any decisions.
Mhm.
Why are you relying on the realtors or an expert out there? Tell me.
Yeah.
You are relying on them so that you can make a decisions. It's not like you can get a 1% commission from them
Mhm.
or a 0.5% towards that is in a top of a ice or some top of ice cake, right? That's a separate one. Forget about that. You need to talk to the realtor. Can they help you to make your decisions, right? Or like give you an input so that you can make a decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not telling the realtors to make a decisions for you. I'm helping the realtors can guide you so that you can make a decisions for you. They can tell you which is a right or a wrong.
Mhm.
That is where you need to rely on the experts for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I was talking about the two more experts on the Bay Area Real Estate Connect 2023. I think one was I think I was talking about the architect. Architect will
Mhm.
be there who basically help you out how to pull the permits and everything. RMG Space or somebody is coming out there that day on that, and I'll be there. I'll be talking about the selling process. Okay, so a lot of experts. I think there are 2 or 3 experts still need to join in there. Okay, it is like 16 to 18 speakers from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You are going to have a delicious lunch. On
Mhm.
top of it, you get educated about the real estate.
Oh wow. Deal after deal.
Deal after deal, right? Like, and on top of it, see, ticket prices also are priced very, very minimal. Okay, it's basically it's a $10 on top of you're using a promo code. It's a $5,
Mhm.
which is I think it's very less. Where you can basically when you go for a coffee. Yesterday I took my daughter for a Starbucks. It was a Starbucks coffee. Was a $5. For $5, where do you get it for a $5 of a great education for yourself, right?
Yeah. So I think we just have a minute left, and I would just like to give some information about Nagaraj and the Bay Area Real Estate Connect, which is happening on November 19th from 11 to 3 p.m. in Sunnyvale. The restaurant name is
Shubham Banquet Hall.
Shubham Banquet Hall.
Shubham Banquet Hall. It's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
It's a great show. Like it's basically experts talking about their presenting, and it's include what to say like topics from
Yeah.
remodeling to immigration. I think all these chains are
All the things are covered.
it's for
Yeah.
even for the tech people, right? Like a lot of they have maybe they have a 1 million or a 750 850K. They want to go through an EP5 visa. That might be a great show, great event to attend for them to understand how it works.
Yes, and
We're running out of time.
you will also get if you go to nagarajhomes.com, you will get a lot of information there. You can buy the tickets from there. So note down that website. And with that, I will just give out Nagaraj's phone number, which is 408-805-4653. Once again, the number is 408-805-4653. Thank you, listeners. You can also connect with Nagaraj through Instagram and listen to his podcast on YouTube. Thank you and have a nice weekend and Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
When